Hey guys, Tales of Turam here. We're here with a new campaign today. This is going to be taking over our Saturday campaign called Agaburst, or Gnome Homes. This is going to be campaign 5 of Turam. Let's see here. And we have a full roster here. Well, not a full roster, we're missing one person, I believe. But we have a near full roster here today. We have a lot of people, so I've asked them to be polite and courteous when the other people are speaking. If not, I'm going to yell at them, and they know that. I'm going to go down the list here really quickly. I'm here today with Chiron, if you'd like to say hello.
Hello.
And introduce your character, please. Just the name and race or whatnot. Class.
I'm a variant human, paladin. His name is Thielen.
Okay, thank you. Gesh?
I am also variant human, and my character's name is Davorin.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say? Because you just said your character, not hello or anything.
No.
Okay. Next we have Ruby.
Hello. My character's name is Felis, and they are a Spring Galadrin elf.
Okay. Stephanie.
Howdy. Name's Horace, and I'm Mephistopheles Tiefling.
Alright. And he has an industrial fan because it's 95 degrees in his room and his balls are sweating. Knees weak, arms are heavy. Anyways,
Mom spaghetti.
Pedrick.
Spaghetti.
Your
Hey,
character.
I'm playing Lady Silene Vassell. She is a human mastermind rogue.
Okay. Eldrithin. V.
Howdy. I'm often called V on here. See me and a few others. My character is Eldrathon, the Emerald Dragonborn Barbarian.
Alright. Zeus.
Hi. I'm playing Damook, the... Who the fuck just laughed?
Who do you think? Who do you think?
I'm playing a Paladin Ranger. I'm a red Dragonborn.
Okay. So, sorry, I don't know why I had something in my throat. That is the roster for today. We do have Coriander, but he's not here. I think he had something happen at work, so he needed to go in anyways. But yeah, that is the current party we are messing with. So, unless there's anything else you guys would like to say, and try to keep it PG if possible, I'm going to go ahead and look up some lore really quickly, because I do have some stationed down in here, and I will be going over the current setting of the campaign.
Do you guys want to take bets on how many aqua silences there are going to be?
12.
12.
20.
I'm gonna
$12
continue
and 12.
talking, just so it can't happen.
Okay, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I'm so I can keep all your money. I'm just gonna start talking always.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be too many, all things considered. I mean, we got Ruby here. They don't know how to be quiet.
So,
And me.
the current campaign is taking place a month after the Complete Celestial Solstice, and after the gildening of Rawl. We have the party, who has been currently hired or partaking in a how do I say, archaeological dive into an area of importance within Durath called the Wailing Valley Gorge. Part of the Wailing Valley, it's this large gorge-like structure and maze almost that exists within the Othoni Eremos why can't I think of the word? Area, region of Durath, otherwise known as the Abundant Desert. It is said to house ancient remnants of ancient civilization from long ago, and has been untouched by the hands of mortals for who knows how long. The group is being hired by their patron, known as Saifa Villadontes, the Archmage of the Durathian Mages College within Martell, as well as the Archmage of, the Court Mage, sorry, of Durath itself, the Empire. They are being led by one head archaeologist, Trunston Greenwall. Their job is to escort Trunston, get to the areas of importance, and possibly find anything that may be of interest to the party and bring it back for safekeeping. They have been warned of petrification, and they have been told not to break any artifacts. Anyways, that is the basic shit. So, starting equipment, I just had them spend 3,000 gold on whatever starting equipment they wanted instead of just getting whatever they had. They start with only 100 gold, though, or however much they have left after their session zeros. Their stats are standard array, increased however they wanted. The races, I have banned a few races. They know what. Classes, same with that. They are level 7. Anyways, now that we're done with that, I'm going to get into the setting now. The actual setting. So, as night begins to falter, as the stars become... Actually, I'll say, well, we're going to start at night, actually. Why not? Turam, within the ancestral homeland of humans, the desert continent of Durath. That is where we find ourselves. 2 groups. Unbalanced in amounts, but still 2 groups. Both sand sleds heading from Raksumi and Riverton have found their way into the sands at night, or in the morning. But at the moment, night has fallen. We're going to start with the group of 2 of you, those heading from Raksumi. As you sit within the bustling sled, your body heat is kept warming you up within this area. Lady Celine, you look across the carriage towards the individual who managed to crawl into the carriage and have the rest of the group moving their little ship they brought with them. The one who seemed to banish the large sandworm, the human who introduced himself before passing out from exhaustion of the desert. It's been a few hours, and now night has fallen. As this individual seems to wake up from their unconscious nap, drool just... You don't see this, but yes, drool is just all in your character's mask. You had some good sleep here. As you awaken, you stare out and see this lady, this individual, this human woman who seems to be playing chess every so often, staring over at you as you make a noise. Sorry, hold up. I have the actual noise here. Give me a second. So, as you awaken and you see this individual begins to checkmate the other side of the board, if there's any roleplay the 2 of you would like to make, as the stars glisten outside.
Well, hello.
Oh, you finally awoken.
Yeah.
You're finally awake.
But
Do you play chess?
yes. I'm not very good at it.
Well, you only get better if you play.
That is true.
And she'll sort of readjust the chessboard so there's room for a person to sit on the other side of it.
No, sit on the other side.
Well, remember, the carriage has these, like, large areas of padded, like, what is it called? Couches or cushions that seem to have many different, like, pillows and fabrics and silks running over them. It smells like lavender and other incense in the carriage. So it's a very comfortable carriage. So you can easily just... The couches themselves are wide. So it's like you put it next to the lantern and you're maybe like 3 feet away from it at most. So there's barely any room to actually walk in these carriages.
Okay. Well, you can make the first move.
Okay.
So, you were joining us from Raksumi?
Don't you dare pull up the actual chest bot. I will fucking kill you.
No, I'm not.
Yes, it did. Though with quite a lot of trouble.
Yes, I saw that. Unfortunately, the other one who was supposed to follow us didn't end up making it. I heard they fell ill.
I personally made it only barely myself.
What trick was it that you pulled with that one?
You mean against the sandworm?
I didn't see another one.
Well, I banished it to a demi-plane for a short while. I
Hmm.
felt like this was the best way to escape.
That would be a useful skill to have.
Yes.
Perhaps we can teach each other a few things. After all, we're going to be on
Certainly.
this expedition for a while.
Certainly. But this requires a good aptitude of magic.
I find myself excelling at most things I try.
Both of you roll me intelligence checks. And if you're proficient in dragon chess, go ahead and add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Too bad we can't.
3 at this point?
Yep. So plus.
Too bad we can't just actually play chess.
Well, you could, but it would take too long because you're.
I was about to ask. Regular chess is different than dragon chess.
Well, dragon chess is basically what chess is in D&D.
Look at that.
So, as this individual is speaking, you're not so much focusing on the game as you are focusing on the way their body moves, how it's different than some of the other individuals. You start to watch as their movements are very. Gesh, how different are your, like, are they very loose or are they very tight, like, decisive movements?
Probably very decisive movements.
Alright, you see, like, they almost calculate every movement before they're made, as they seem to move their body in different ways. And you being what is the fucking word? An anatomologist, or whatever the fuck it's called, entomologist, I can't remember, the anatomy doctor person, you start to notice, this. Most people move and they don't, like, they're subconsciously thinking about what they're doing. This man is, you can see that every move he makes with his body is, there's a purpose behind it, almost. Okay. And with that, you do eventually get checkmated by this individual, but I'll say that, actually no, you're not checkmated first. So you do notice that you're in a small losing position. You're going to lose very soon if you don't start paying attention to the board. Continue your roleplay now.
Look at that. I was on a bit of a tangent there.
I didn't thought I would get this far.
Well, sometimes it just takes little distractions. And as she says that, she's going to place a hand on Devoran's hand and kind of try to distract him as she makes a... She's going to cheat, basically.
Okay.
She's going to make an illegal move and see if he notices.
Make a performance check and make a perception check. The perception check is for Gesh.
Okay.
Performance. What is my bonus? Okay.
Actually, no, this would be more of a...
Oh, goddamn.
Sleight of hand.
No, because they're trying to distract you. I'll say you can either choose performance or... What's the other one?
Deception.
Deception, yeah. It's your choice, but you already rolled, so...
Yeah, well, it would have been... I mean, it still wouldn't have been that great if... It would have been better than Gesh if I had did Deception.
I'll allow you to re-roll Deception with disadvantage instead.
Okay.
Oh god, but I really want shit as well.
Yeah.
Or wait, oops.
I'm saying disadvantage because you already rolled and you can see if you win or not immediately and be like, oh, I could beat that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gesh, as this individual like leans forward and touches your hand, you like pull it away and you just stare at them. And as you stare at them, like, what the fuck? They just very quickly, if you would like to now make a sleight of hand check, Raheem, against Gesh's perception. Well, what's your passive perception check, Gesh?
17.
Okay, let's see.
I'll say
I
because
gotta
you're a
roll
little
really
bit
well.
distracted, I will go ahead and say it's at 12. Yes and no. So, Gesh, as you're a bit distracted, like you pull away and you don't notice her move two of your pieces. Well, one of your pieces, one of her pieces. All right.
Sorry, I get a little carried away sometimes.
No problem.
Well, we can continue the game if you'd like. We don't have to speak about it.
Yes.
Well, that was weird. You see the fucking other, like, the bigger, like, tougher archaeologist who's not the one who went to the fucking boat, by the way, Lady Celine, is just like, oh, it's getting hot. Let me give you some room. And he seems to go over towards the dome of carpets and whatnot, pulls him over. Brother, let me get on the ship. This is very weird. And he just, like, jumps out. He seems very flustered. Some good chocolate milk.
All right, I think the chess game continues.
Yeah.
So, as the chess game
Alright.
continues, if there's any other roleplay you would like to do, feel free. But go ahead and make your intelligence checks, and you have advantage on this. You know who.
No, I get a net 20.
You don't have advantage, Gesh.
I know, but still. I get destroyed.
Gesh, you're not
Good
sure
team.
when you moved that piece there. You're like, damn, I must have been fucking heavily distracted by that moving my pieces, and you're just completely fucked. At this point, about a few minutes passes by, and eventually she does checkmate you.
Don't feel too bad. I usually win. I spend too much time playing by myself.
Yeah, I didn't even expect I would get this far, so.
And I think that's all the roleplay for.
Yeah.
She'll pack up her chess set and sort of go and sit in the first awkward silence with a book.
Okay. By the way, there is no price set for chickens that I could find, Bob, so don't.
Got it.
What?
Anyways,
Moving
so,
on.
as you two begin to sit, the tent flap, or the flap on the slide begins to open a bit as you look out, both of you, for a second. You see the stars shine brightly in space as we pull up and out and down a few miles away, like a few hundred, maybe 100 or so miles away at most, to another similar sled. As inside, we can hear loud conversation from those who have just left Riverton not but a few hours ago. The sound of tales being regaled, the sounds of pages being flipped, and the sound of a bottle being, I can't do a popping sound, but a cork being uncorked. As we enter into the next cards, the rest of you, as you, well, except for Ruby, but yeah. No, I'll say Ruby's there. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. The rest of you have been going over a bit about yourselves to each other. At this point, you've just been regaling parts of stories or journeys you've heard or seen or have experienced yourselves. If you would like to open up roleplay between yourselves, feel free. It's the rest of the party.
So, what brings the rest of y'all on, all of you onto this mission? I've already told you all why I'm here. He would have earlier mentioned how he is very interested in history and believes it to be a wonderful way to discover long lost knowledge. You know, some of the previous conversation.
Well, since I believe I'm the strangest of the group, I should probably go first. I have just recently finished with my tenure as a rather strict fighter for a certain few people.
My hometown needs the money. I plan to use the reward given to us and help rebuild.
A noble cause. It's always a good thing. I don't quite understand what makes yours so strange. Give me a second to check your race. Elf.
You're gonna
I
understand
don't know
it.
quite what makes it so strange.
It wouldn't seem so to those outside of the Spring Realm.
Well, then it's not exactly quite the thing that you would bring up as strange, now is it? To us, it's
Yeah.
perfectly normal. Frankly, for me, it's quite strange that I am out here at all. It's not often that we are. It's not often that we come off of the Draconia Isle for any reason.
Reminder to everybody, this is an Emerald Dragonbone talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's weird.
Yes.
Are you suggesting it's strange that I'm here as well, then?
Well, yes. It's strange that both of us are here. It's strange enough that one of us would be, much less two.
I have perfectly normal reasons.
Hmm.
Oh, come now, normal is boring.
Sometimes it's just about the money. Doesn't need to be about saving my hometown, learning more, or whatever you're doing here. Simple as that.
Just out of character, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Actually, let me just look in here. The image you provided appears to have a tail but no wing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The only
it would
thing
be-
wrong with that
it would
image-
be the second from below.
Yeah. I have both the wings and a tail. I did this before I even knew.
Right. The only thing wrong with that image is the color. I'm red. But yeah, everything else is correct.
You guys are watching as you guys are speaking to each other. The individual of the blue-skinned tiefling in the corner of the sledge, just watching, sizing you all up very quickly as he just seems to be holding on and like strangely groping his greatsword.
Make it sound sexual, Jesus.
We can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna as I'm talking to the
But
other Dragonborn.
though, while it may be strange for two Dragonborns to be here,
Yeah.
it's much more strange to be groping your sword.
I was about to say the same thing.
It is
Brother.
warm.
Brother in
I
arms.
didn't. I just didn't want to mention it.
I have been very chill with you guys talking about your guys' stuff constantly. Let me grope my sword if I so wish. It feels nice to hold. Simple as that.
That's what she said.
If you would like to describe your sword to them, as everyone can see it in plain sight, as the carriage has an orange glow to it.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go back to the exact description so I don't fuck this up real quick. 'Cause the sword's sick as shit and deserves the respect. Alright. The sword that's kind of in my lap being, as you so put it, groped, is... It looks... It's not metal, per se, but looks volcanic in nature, almost. Stone with cracks running down it, and very soft or harsh orange glow, or red glow, coming from the actual blade. The peculiar part about it is that the normal shape of the great sword, it's not that. where the hilt meets, there is a gap. There is a circle where the actual arm, well, actual handle guards and the blade connect in one solid circle, per se. Where I got pinged. Shut up. It seems almost as if the sword itself just emanates a warmth or a glow that seems alive in some weird way. But it could not be. So, you guys are staring at me. Y'all have questions?
By the way, we'll just say the
Why?
fan in the background is just the desert wind.
Yeah. You
There's
guys
a
have
question
questions?
going around the carriage or sand boat thing. Why would you be on this?
I have my reasons. Let's just say I owe someone a debt. We'll put it at that.
Ah. Need for money. Valid reason.
If you so put it that way. Choose to believe what you wish. And money, debt, favor, all in the same thing, different vein of niceness.
You all hear.
Well, whatever the reason, we're all in this together.
You all hear the turn of a page as the man that some of you know as Coriander flips a page in his book as he keeps reading, and the smell of lavender is coming off of him as well as he goes. If we are discussing our reasons for being here, let's just say mine is to aid an old friend, and leave it at that. Though you all do seem strange. A weird cast. I'll be keeping an eye on you all as he continues to read his book. Out of character, I will faintly be role-playing Domino's character, but I don't know how he wants to role-play his character too much, so I will only do, like, weird esoteric shit for him.
Okay.
Yeah, you just read. You just read as you need. You seem. Oh. Don't worry. He doesn't bite that much.
I meant at least two of us do bite.
No comment. I've already stalled if I bite or not.
I wonder who those two could be.
I'm sorry.
To this point that you all feel a shake of the sled as the sound of wind and sand starts to rush up faster outside.
Are we due for a sandstorm?
I don't want to get trapped in another one.
It is a desert.
It's terrible for my clothes. Ugh, my
Oh,
horns
please.
as well.
You knew
Sand
you signed up for a desert mission.
does not mean I like it. Out of anyone here, you guys should both know getting sand in the cracks of your horns is terrible.
I keep mine well kept.
I just tap mine and you
of
see
your hair.
the floating ends just like shift ever so slightly, as if they're held in place by some unknown power. Oh please, it's not too difficult to get it out when your horns aren't completely connected.
Yeah, you're in your oddly fancy horn. Actually, yeah, you and your oddly alive horns. Some of us are more, how do I put it, well kept and don't get the luxury of you being able to just get your horns off and clear them that way.
Oh no, it's still quite painful to fully remove.
Still, you get it.
Yes, but instead of physical pain, it's more like the pain of 1,000 headaches.
You're making it sound more and more like a detriment. I'm happy with my physical.
It very much is.
I'll take my solid horns, thank you. I keep them well kept. Sand in the cracks is terrible for everything. Makes them seem.
Oh yes, getting in between the scales is not always fun for me. But I knew what I signed up.
If I had any brains in me, I'd cover mine. But they look too nice.
Why are yours well kept? If you don't mind me asking.
Not a bother. I was just saying if one keeps oneself clean and presentable, their soul is also presentable. If one falters in their appearance, one falters in their mind. Simply put, keeping myself well groomed helps me stay stable.
Stable.
Well, yeah, stable. If I'm not well kept, I get angry, and when I get angry,
You get violent.
you can put it that. Let's just say it's not fun. Also, why would I want to look gross and generally not well kept? Presentation is one of the first things people notice. They notice your eyes, your skin color, and your face. And one detail about you. So why not make that detail well dressed?
That is a bad reason. Anyways.
Hey.
An interesting reaction. Anyway.
Well, this is awkward.
Is there...
This is awkward. So, at this point, as that conversation lulls down a bit, the smell in the chamber is not overpowering, but it's this nice incense of melon and lavender. And at this point, the entire cart shakes again. Sorry, not cart, but sled. And as it does, you guys hear as a bottle does roll out into the area between the seats and the center area. It seems to be a large wine bottle.
Well, anyone
Oh,
up for a good drink?
Ooh.
Is it
As
empty?
I pop it open.
I'm
Try
gonna
not mind if I do.
go check where the
I'm
bottle rolled from.
I am going to pull out one of my literal gallons of ale. Yeah, I prefer ale myself. Would
So-
anyone else care for some?
Did your character carry that on you?
Yes.
Okay, so
That's all.
as I was saying, your characters would be able to send them the stuff that you had ahead of time if you wanted to, but I guess you didn't
Yeah.
do that.
He specifically kept his main weapon, his side weapon, and a gallon of ale, as
Okay.
well as his shield.
So, as this individual just pulls out his small, butt barrel of ale, it just rips off the top and begins to drink a little bit. Who said they were going to go look at where the wine came from?
That was me. It
Like-
came out from...
Yeah, as you look down towards the center, table area where the lantern is on, you see a small, you see where it came out, and you can see the small silks that seem to line the edge of the table. You pull them up, and there is a full-on mini bar underneath. Tiny packing peanuts, candies, other things like that, other alcohols. You see this strange, drink that's in a bottle that has a it's just a jar with a a hide cover on the top that's wrapped with this beautiful rope around the entire thing, and it seems to have bubbles in this brown liquid.
Does this seem out of place?
You see other jars similar to it, but of different colors as well. You see orange, blue, yellow, green.
Do these seem out of place for what we're supposed to be doing?
Not really. They just seem like food and drink to your knowledge, and it's you reach down, you can feel near these strange drinks there's this almost cooled air coming from underneath, and on where some of the food parts are, you can feel a small heat coming from underneath.
I'm just gonna leave this alone then, and then go back to my seat.
Okay.
You see something over there by chance?
So everyone else just sees him leaning down and pulling the things up. Because it's not, it's a big carriage, but it's mostly filled with, these cushions. So you can go back and forth and just be on the cushion the entire time. You can't really stand up here. And he just pulls some curtain out from underneath the table, filters around, all you guys hear is... And then he just comes up with nothing.
What exactly was under there? It sounded like quite a few bottles.
Food and drink, though I'm unsure of which. I did not wish to take it.
Good.
Well, who's down for a bit of experimentation?
I certainly am. Having already poured myself a cup of the wine.
Okay.
I shall
Are we some
abstain
too, if you would
from
not
this.
mind?
So, do you guys reach down to the minibar and take some stuff?
Yes.
Alright. So, as you guys pull out a few items, you have a bunch of the glass with the hide-covered tops and the ropes around them. You have a few bottles of alcohol, as well as some like small packing peanuts, some nice salted meats that seem to be uncooked at the moment. They're just like raw meats. You have a few other items. And as you pull these items out, you watch as the lantern itself seems to sink into the center of this table. The entirety of the table suddenly shifts to a metal color. The silk disappears from it, and there's an outside layer and a small divot into the top of the table. As you see, suddenly flame gushes out, but this cross-section of bars just appears as there is now a grill in the center of the where the table once was.
Well, this is fancy.
Oh, let's get cooking.
Huh.
It looks like a nice meat. I will say Thielen, and is anybody else? No, nobody else is here from here, right? Yeah, Thielen, make me a nature check, Thielen.
Nature check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're from Durath. You might know what this is.
18.
You do notice what the meat is. Looking at it, it's nice and sinewy. It's a nice chunk of meat. It's more of a brown kind of raw meat than it is red, and it has some green tinges to it. You recognize it as green spice ant meat, which means it is going to be spicy. Because they eat spicy and hot plants and secrete that spice into the milk that they produce. So
You said spice ant meat?
green spice ant meat, yes. They are not very rare, but still a hard to domesticate giant ants, like taller than you.
Yeah.
They're green completely, and they produce milk that has a heavy spice to it, like spicy type shit. You also do notice
Like chili.
Yeah, you do notice a few of these drinks. They are called sodi.
SODI?
SOADI, sodi, and the O has a large line over it.
Sodi.
This is a carbonated drink that is more recent. It's meant to bubble in your mouth a bit, and it's meant to have. It's meant to taste kind of like normal water, but bubbly to an extent, and have like a filtered taste to it. It originally started a few years ago, like a few hundred years ago, as a kind of salty kind of taste, but recently they've been adding more flavors to it. You have, looking at it, pineapple sodi, orange sodi, brown sodi, which you're not sure what the original taste is supposed to be from, but they are different colored. They're basically soda pop, but they can be kept warm as well.
Would I know if these are expensive?
The Craywing Alliance does provide these. Sodi was originally created here, but has since been outsourced for manufacturing to other places. With the allegiance of the Wastes, which are a southern continent, Marsthethanith, joining Horicles' legion, so the westernmost continent and the easternmost continent of the world now coming together, it has become more expensive and higher tariffs have been put onto it coming into the continent.
So yes.
Mm-hmm.
Expensive. I haven't had spice ant in a while.
I will say, Thielen, you have had a bit of sodi before. It was a normal tasting one, but it popped in your mouth. It's like when you experienced soda for the first time.
Yeah. Wow.
Spice,
Huh?
spice ant, huh?
Yes.
Alright.
Be careful for those with a low spice tolerance. It is quite spicy
They
peat
are
of meat.
quite
Oh, I am
I
from...
must.
So,
The drink is called sodi.
who is going to cook the spice ant? As Thielen
Can I
gives
volunteer?
you a bit of information about these things.
I actually have cooking tools on me.
Oh, so do I.
Well,
We
I
have
will
a
say-
grill in front of us.
I will say this: you guys continue to roleplay, and Stephanie, since you are starting to cook these items, go ahead and make me a survival check. I will say, if you're already using your proficiency, you can double your proficiency with the tools.
I will be right back. Probably like a couple minutes.
Okay, no problem.
I gotta take care of something real quick.
Cool. So Stephanie,
18.
do you have proficiency in survival?
Nope.
Okay, so then you're just going to be adding your proficiency anyway, so it will be +3 extra to whatever you would roll.
That's dirty 20, I believe.
18 to 21 then.
Thank you. Fucking bad at math.
So if you guys would like to roleplay as you begin to cook this, Stephanie.
You know, after a little while of adventuring, I do feel like someone should learn how to cook their own food. Do you guys do you disagree?
Did not. Sounds of the raging desert.
What time?
I could not hear you over the sounds of the raging desert. Could you please repeat yourself?
I do feel like someone should learn. People should learn how to cook their own food after a while of living or being an adventurer of sorts. Actually,
Okay,
even in
back.
general.
What I miss?
I'm cooking, role playing.
What?
You're not wrong.
Some
I agree
people
to.
expect too much of being waited upon by others. Why, though?
I agree to a certain extent. Learning to cook yourself an edible meal is certainly advantageous, but I don't think it should be expected of anyone.
Well, if you're unable
Well.
to cook, how do you plan to survive if you get lost?
Precisely.
You guys watch as the tiefling then suddenly pulls one of these sodies overs, uncorks the well, not uncorks, but untaps the lid and just pours a little bit in. I'll ask what flavor are you trying to add to this, Stephanie?
What flavors were there once more?
Pineapple,
Quick rundown.
orange. There was this green like lime flavor. There was a blue raspberry flavor. There was a normal flavor.
I'm gonna go ahead and add the Okay, this could work. I'm gonna add the lime.
The lime? Alright. You guys watch as he begins to pour this in, as he starts to saute it. He grabs a little bit of the Durathian rice from the side and puts it in, a small bit of the leaf as well, as he begins to saute it and just like takes a small, he takes a small dagger because there's no actual utensils here and starts to like push it around the meat and like starts to just cut it up very fast in the cooking utensil. Continue.
You certainly have quite
I
a bit
will
of skill.
say, actually, everybody around it besides Thielen, who is not near it because he specified it, make me a Constitution save as the smoke starts to hit your eyes and it starts to feel like 30 onions being cut at once.
Where?
Alright.
19.
Okay, you're fine.
Nat 1.
You're fucked.
Eesh.
I told you.
Where is? There's my house.
Also, nat 1.
I
You're
told
fucked.
Oh my god.
Y'all like
21.
They are
y'all are
much
fucking.
spicier than what
So,
I've had before.
The two of you who rolled a nat 1, unless there's anybody else who forgot to roll. No? Okay. So, two of Zeus and Ruby. As you stand there, the other two seem to, like, put their eyes away, rub them with handkerchiefs, and you're like, ah, my eyes, and, like, it feels like onions being cut and chili, like, being rubbed into your eyes, and you're like, you go to rub them, and as you do, you start to feel, like, this oily substance on your fingers, and it just feels like your eyes are on fire as you both suffer 6 points of fire damage. Everyone else just sees them suddenly fall to their backs and start rolling around, screaming.
Gentlemen, close
I'm gonna-
you squint your eyes.
I'm gonna hurriedly get to the floor
Both
and
of them,
cast.
They're directly at spicy food.
well, they're not on the floor. Both of them are on the fucking couches that take up the majority of this place because there's no floor for you to stand. Both of you make me dexterity saves, please, to see if you knock anything over.
If you knock over the goddamn food, I'll fucking say I'll skin
Why
you
does
alive.
this
That's all
stick
there
off
is.
to me? I got a nat 1 first and then a nat 20 for this dex save. The nat one was for the con save.
So, as you see Ruby's character moving around, like, you see Thielen go over and, like, hold the elf down so they don't move around and jostle everywhere. Meanwhile, Zeus, what's your character's name again? Demook?
Demook?
The plate mail wearing giant lizard suddenly starts to flail around, and his tail goes and whips one of the sody cans as it gets knocked off, pooling, hitting onto one of the small areas, the small felts and pillows.
You are a red dragonborn, for Christ's sake.
Oh no!
You're
It
made for this.
Breaks.
As it hits, it doesn't break, it doesn't shatter, it goes in and all you hear is whack as it goes flying. I need a dexterity saving throw from the cook.
You motherfucker. Swear to God, if I roll bad on this, you are so...
Cry about it.
I rolled a 16, god
16?
damn it.
Alright, you managed to dodge underneath the bottle being thrown at you as the bottle lands in the back and hits Thielen in the back of the head. Thielen, you do suffer...
Ow.
You suffer 11 points of bludgeoning damage as the entire thing just shatters on the back of your head.
Oi!
And now I need you to make me a strength save, please.
Me?
Dear God, we're all
Yeah.
gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm over here being a great fucking cook, also motherfucker goes, steak! Stares it down wide open. Good Christ.
13?
You guys watch as this just the force of the bottle hitting him in the head causes him to roll over and his body goes flat basically, causing his legs to kick out. I need a strength saving throw from you, Stephanie, as he kicks you in the back.
Motherfucker.
Not my fault.
You lucky?
This cook is not having a good time.
So he's just like dodging, like what the, like a bullet going flying through.
That's
the
20.
pan and
Fuck's sake.
You managed to hold on and not drop the fucking pan as you're just standing there. Your head is just like above the flames as they're.
I will stab you, I swear to God!
They're like melting whatever beard you have left on your face.
Somebody pin the city down.
At this point,
Stop him or I'll fucking stop him.
the chaos has ended. Demook is still flinging around.
I would like to try and pin Demook.
Okay,
including sopping his tail with my own.
make me an athletics check against Demook. Athletics check, please.
Alright.
God damn it. Let's see, athletic.
And make this in channel because it's contested. Make this in channel.
Can I do animal handling since he's flailing around like a fucking child?
Yeah,
Fuck it, why not? Why not?
Wait.
And children are animals.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Wait.
Yeesh.
I'm half tempted to ask if I can activate rage just so I have advantage.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. You're like, fuck, stop!
This is pretty angering.
Yeah, this is pretty angering at the moment. Meanwhile,
Fucking food!
Not 20.
There we go.
So, hear me out here. Nat 20 does not mean an automatic success when it's contested, but however...
Nat 20, 24.
Listen to me, please. Listen to me, please, and shut the fuck up. A natural 20, if it is a tie and a contested check, puts you above the opposite person if they also did not roll a nat 20. If the other person is a defender and rolled a nat 20, they get the success instead. That is how my rules work. So, nat 20 is above anything that does not roll a nat 20 if it's a tie. Anyway, so, as you see, he's like, as you're like trying to hold him down, he's about to knock you off, and you just like, stop! And you just like push him down into the cushion a bit. Out of character, if you didn't, he was gonna throw you off and cause more problems. Anyway.
Well, to be fair, if I didn't, he was going to cause more chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are a red dragonborn. Show some pride. And don't stare directly at cooking food.
You're getting no fucking food for it because of that.
I still get food, correct?
Yes.
Meanwhile, Thielen starts to push himself up after he fucking fell on top of the elf who was like suffocating for a second.
Are you okay, fellas?
Never bear.
Your eyes are both watery and they feel like shit. Like they are
I'm gonna
completely red at the moment.
I'm gonna lay on hands.
Okay, you can lay on hands. It's not going to help with the damage to their eyes a bit. So they're not going to be blinded, but it's going to be... It just feels horrible.
Is this a poison effect?
No.
Is it burning?
Damn it.
Damuk,
It was more of
are
a
you
burning.
going to stop flailing?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You don't stop. I will stab your tail into the goddamn carriage. Your no tail into the goddamn carriage.
I will not stop him. I might even hold your tail down.
You see that?
Don't
even
mess with my food. Or history.
Okay.
I will get off of him.
Or my food.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you good? Are you
No.
calm?
My eyes hurt.
No
I'm
shit.
gonna walk over and try to help.
Okay. You
Damuk.
take a little bit of, like, milk that you just have randomly in here, and you just, like, try to rub it in their eyes to help.
What?
Love my
I'll
milk
say- I'll
eyes.
say, make me a medicine check first.
Make me the
Medicine
milk check.
Yeah.
Make the
I'm-
saucy milk check.
I'm good at this. I'm good at this.
Make me a
If
milky
you roll for
check.
that one, he just rubs more spice.
No,
in
I
his
got
eye.
You fucking
18,
spice.
you're about
Yeah.
to go,
Yeah.
you're about to go rub the milk in his eyes, and you're like, oh wait, no, spice ant milk. Spice ants, like, the spices that they eat cause it to kind of fuck with how milk would usually help with spicy foods and shit like that. So you know normal milk isn't gonna help here, and water will not help either.
Uh-huh.
You gotta just tough it out.
Let me. Shit.
Yeah, you just see that even with Felis's inflamed eyes, he's still got a big grin on his face.
Hmm.
And that half the wine bottle is gone.
If you do that again, I swear to God, I will end you.
Not going to try and look at
I
the
mean-
meat again.
Oh, you're not getting any. So why would you look at it?
Okay, fine. Is there another part of the sled I can go to? I
No,
assume
it's
not.
It's one big room.
You fucking turn up.
This
Face
is
fucking
gonna be
corner,
so
pretty
awesome.
much.
Mind,
might
mind
face
you,
one corner.
you all have been sitting down or like moving like on your knees because there is not enough room for you like to stand up on these couches, and there's barely any room for you to walk in here.
Right. 'Cause most people
How
are
tall
fucking
from couch?
From top of couch to bottom of dome of the small area, it's about 10-15 feet at most.
Okay, so I'm not
Small.
scrunched like I would normally.
Yeah.
I'm
What happened to
gonna.
the bot? What happened to the music?
No clue.
Oh, there you go. It's just.
Yeah, it just... I think it just had the loop. Yeah.
Anyways, so as you guys eventually settle down a bit and the cooking ends, you take it off the burner and you look down, and it is what were you trying to create with it, Stephanie?
Sort of, how do I put it? Minced meat saute of sorts.
Okay. As you do look down, roll me a D100 and add your, let's say add +10 to it.
I was honestly thinking you were gonna try and make kebabs.
Oh
There's
yeah.
no goal before someone does something.
What did you say, Zeus?
With all the sticks we have, we'll make them kebabs.
Yeesh, that's 28.
No,
Yikes.
stick the bones
You
in your
look
tail.
down, and the amount of movement that has partaken, and the amount of time, like, in focus that you had to lose from cooking, you burnt the meat pretty badly.
You guys did
It
this.
can still be eaten, like, it's not charcoal, like, hard, like, but it's pretty, like, well done.
You guys did this. You ruined my food.
Not me. It was not
You
my
ruined my cooking!
It wasn't my fault.
Maybe you're just a bad chef.
You
I
sent
beg
a bottle
your
flying at
fucking
his
what?
head.
I'm a bad chef?
Apparently,
I
I'm not
beg
gonna
you,
believe
what?
it. Eldrathon is just going to offer shoot, what's your character's name again? Damn. find it.
Used mine.
Oh, Horus. Okay.
I literally have changed his nickname to Horus, so I don't know how you didn't know that.
I didn't realize that was the reason for the name change. My apologies. He's gonna pull out his battle axe and offer it to Horus. Look, I'm not getting in the way of this argument, but you clearly would.
Is this a gift? You're stopping me.
No, it's to borrow. This is still my weapon.
I respect it, but keep it. I prefer my greatsword, thank you.
I understand.
We'll simply try to not skin this lizard, this oversized gecko alive.
Very rude.
Bite me.
Strong glares from both
Can
people.
we not fight in the carriage? At
He
least wait
ruined
until
my
we
food.
have arrived.
He ruined my cooking. I'm an
Yes,
excellent
but this
chef.
carriage is not big enough for a proper fight.
Mind you, you won't
It will
arrive
get the
for
rest of-
2 more days.
It will get the rest of us hurt as well.
Is your rice burnt?
The rice is actually very well maintained.
We still have rice.
It is covered in the alcohol and soda that you use, by the way.
It's fine. It's right. The rice is good.
Now we have lime rice.
He's still getting nothing. I am no longer as angry. So
Because
kindly.
it is hard to burn rice, that is why.
Dig in.
Yeah. And speaking of which, my character has just finished off the original bottle of wine.
Yep.
Didn't share any? I asked for some.
He tried to. None of you asked for any, so he just
Yeah,
I
you
don't
did.
recall your character offering.
he
I
offered
asked-
right as he popped it
asked,
open
like,
before,
3 times.
before it turned into the grill.
He did.
Forrest
he
did
does.
ask for some wine.
The rest of the, I would
I
say the
didn't
rest
hear.
of the group would have like mentioned it offhand, but everyone was so focused on the fucking center table turning into a grill.
Yeah, I would have just shared it with
Alright,
the
roll me a
only one I
Constitution
heard.
saving throw then, Elf.
Yep.
This is Durathian wine.
You down the entire fucking bottle.
What is this like?
It is-
Nat 1, Nat 20, followed by Nat 1.
It is
Oh my God.
heavy dwarven wine made from a desert continent.
The
This
trash.
man got
You
a
guys
nat
watch
one.
as they finish it. They just like start to like
Yeah.
like burp, and as they like go onto their knees, they just throw it, and it just shatters on the wall as they.
Before just passing
Yeah.
out.
Before just passing out, and all you guys hear is.
We can agree the elf gets no more wine, yes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
We're learning quite a bit already, and I dare say it's not a good thing in this case.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, he doesn't trance. He actually fucking falls asleep from that.
Yeah, because trance is like falling asleep. They can still fall asleep, but trance is a
Yeah.
better thing for them.
In an attempt to add some levity to the situation, I pull out a deck of cards. Does anyone know how to play poker?
Please tell me this is not the deck of anything.
No, it's not a deck of
You
That could
said
make things
not to buy
legendary.
magic
There's no
items,
way he
so
could
no.
possibly have it.
Anyways, continue. Continue, my bad.
Anyone know how to play blackjack?
Actually,
no,
it's
our
my forte.
character.
What?
Apologies, didn't mean to speak over everyone.
So, as you
My-
pull
my
out
dad's
the
calling me, hold
cards, everyone who is still awake can decide if they want to play blackjack or not, but we're going to skip to the next day. I will say, anybody who wants to play blackjack, roll a D100 inside of the channel, and if you're betting any money, say so ahead of time.
I'm not going to bet any money.
Okay. So we're not betting money then, I'll say.
Yeah, no.
Just for fun.
Anybody
No.
else?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, this
I
fucking sucks.
lost.
Yeah.
There's a family just going on. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Horse is so mad after that food catastrophe, he's just brooding.
Yeah, he looks at at his cards and just like flings them across the room.
What a poor sport.
It'll calm down eventually, I hope.
I know.
Starts whispering to his sword. Anybody with a passive perception of 15 or higher hears, "Dumbass, I just killed them. Be done with it." Anyways, as Theolin, you win with one pair, we'll say. Or whatever.
Yeah,
Actually,
let's
no,
go.
It's blackjack.
It's
It's
been-
blackjack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
As you
So-
eventually win, the night progresses, and we move on to the next day. Next day, group of 2. Gesh. Celine. As you both awaken from whatever sleep you got last night, the day is yours. What are you two doing for the next 24 hours?
Celine is probably going to spend most of the day going through whatever notes she brought with her for this expedition and trying her luck with the brothers again, seeing if she can't convince them to.
I already
Get
had
some of
your
those
rolls,
notes.
so I'm gonna say nah.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you
Um,
fail to convince them over the day, is there anything else your character would be doing?
She would be preparing several syringes, inserting needles into them that still are covered.
Okay. Anything you want to do, Gesh, during the 24 hours?
My character would just draw doodles in one of his book.
Okay. Roll me a performance check.
Shit. Seven.
They're caveman-esque.
What?
I said they're caveman-esque.
Okay. That's what he was trying to go for.
Well, then good, yeah. Sorry, you said you're going for caveman doodles?
Yeah.
Then you're like, you have like this Michelangelo, like, painting the Sistine Chapel, like, fucking beautiful sketches in your notebook. You're like, aw, this is what I thought. You just take them, rip them out, and throw them out the cart.
Now he would keep them in every failure. You can learn something from every failure.
I hate you so much. Anyways, so
I
as
know,
you
but it's
continuously
fun.
like look out the cart and sketch any doodles as well, you guys pass by a large hill in the desert. Continue moving. You pass by a few oasi, eventually stop, get some water, talk with each other and everyone else. Head over to your sand glider, start to try and learn it from the archaeologists that are with you. Make me an intelligence check, Gesh.
Okay. I forgot with the performance check I could have added my D4.
Mm-hmm.
And oh that's a 21.
21. Okay.
Almost a net 20.
You get the hang of your sand glider at the moment, and you can drive it for the day. You don't gain the proficiency yet because you're not completely sure about it. You're having to have help with the tutor, the researcher showing you how to drive it. You make a few mistakes, but not enough to be like
Okay.
unconfident at least at the moment.
Okay, if I'm driving, one of the other archaeologists is like they're helping me not to
Yeah,
fuck
you,
up,
like,
right?
you forget like to take off the parking brake, but he like pulls the lever for you. You accidentally use the parking brake instead of like one of the other brakes, and he like shoves it back immediately. So like you're making a few mistakes, but you're getting the hang of it a little bit.
Yeah. Honestly, that's how it would probably be in real life for me, learning how to drive.
Eventually,
Dang.
the day passes, and you can see, not but a few hours in the distance, a large gorge that seems to rise above the hill. These rocky outcroppings that create this large boundary. Not just a little bit to your left from where you're approaching. And you can see that you're about a few hours away from it, as the heavy sands of the desert have picked up into a desert storm, blowing across you. I would like the both of you to roll me a D100, and we will use the higher of the two.
Okay. No
Raheem,
one of
who are
us
you-
gets a
what-
100.
Are you watching Dr. Phil in the background, Raheem?
I don't know what's playing. It just
Oh,
started
me.
playing.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's
Oh no, guys, the DC was 60. You gotta be fucking with me, guys. So,
You guys crash.
you guys seem to get blown off course. You're unsure where you are, and as you both manage to like stand on the sand glider. As Celine, you're like, see how this individual is doing, and you had to go to the sand glider to try and get the research notes. Eventually, you two lose the large sled, and you're just out in the middle of this desert, in the middle of this sandstorm that you can't really see through, on this tiny one-masted, like 20 to 30 foot large deck of a boat. And it's just floating above the sand, and it's being buffeted. You're unsure where you are. You hear, "Oh no, this is not good. Oh, where's the sled at?"
I don't know.
And he looks towards the compass on the boat, and you can see that the compass needle's just spinning.
Maybe it would be best if we stop for now and not get ourselves more lost.
I mean, we just need to go that way, don't we? And he points a direction.
I don't think any of us knows which way we need to go.
Well, we don't want to be out in a fucking sandstorm.
Fair point, though. Let's just get out of the sandstorm first.
At this point, you do see a few, like, big pieces of rock fly past you. Alright, drive the ship, get us out of here! And he's going to start aiding you in trying to get somewhere safe from the sandstorm. Go ahead and make me... Because you don't have proficiency in land vehicles. Well, is it land... No, you don't have proficiency in land vehicles, do you, Gesh?
No.
Make me an intelligence check with no bonus besides advantage.
So, not my proficiency.
Yeah, no proficiencies because you're not proficient in these.
Okay.
It's an intelligence check with advantage.
15. Oh,
Are you adding a
advantage,
D4?
sorry. Guidance.
Okay, so you're gonna cast guidance on yourself. You need to say it before you do it.
Oh, sorry.
And you don't add another
17.
D4. It's just one on the roll, no matter what. Yeah. So.
Okay, then it's a 16.
Well, no, that's not a 16. That is a 14.
15.
15 and a 14. Yeah. So, Celine, you can see Gesh is having this individual, this human, is having a hard time controlling his the ship. You see he's, like, moving a few levers, like, cranking a few dials and runes, and he doesn't seem to know exactly what's happening. The man who's trying to guide him can't really see through the sandstorm. What are you doing?
Still walk up behind Davrin and try to yell out to him, do you actually know what you're doing with this thing at all? Or are you just guessing?
I am guessing for the most.
As you guys are having to scream this, by the way, like, I'm guessing! Because it is heavy in your fucking ears.
And once he says he's guessing, she'll kind of just make a hand gesture for him to, like, get out of the way. And she'll take over.
Do you
I
relinquish
will let
command?
her.
Alright, as you relinquish command, Celine, as you get up, this is not so much a ship. It has similarities, but there are levers, cranks, and different runes engraved into the wood patterns, as well as, like, different parts of it that seem to glow for a second that you could press, and they seem to activate things. You are not sure exactly how this works. Are you proficient in land vehicles?
Nope.
Okay. So, as you take command, go ahead and make me just a general intelligence check.
I will
With advantage.
give a guidance to
and
that.
Guidance, yeah.
If you're probably
Disadvantage and
better
guidance,
than
you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Just rolling to see your guys' luck at the moment. Alright.
Hopefully this goes good.
You are moving the ship, and as you're moving it, you press a button, and guess you're like, wait, isn't that? And you guys just hear as an anchor hits the sand, and the entire ship nearly knocks you guys off, but you manage to hold on and pull the anchor back up. You guys don't know where you are, and you haven't found any safety shelter yet. It's at this point that you guys do see rocks are flying past you in this. As the entire area is being buffeted, you guys do suffer 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the sandstorm itself.
Okay, while this happens, I will start to cast Lehman's tiny hut.
Okay. How long does that take?
Let me see, but I think it takes a minute to cast. Yes, it takes a minute
Okay.
when I
So,
use the spell slot.
As you're beginning to cast, you're being buffeted. I do need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Concept, okay.
Because you are concentrating on casting this over the minute. And
With
is
that
this
grant.
does this require a material component?
Material, nothing specific. So only the normal.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Con check, please. Con save, sorry.
Save, that's a 7.
So as you're starting to cast the spell, Celine, you're beginning to move, and you can't really see too far in front of the ship. And as you're moving, suddenly there's this dark shadow not but 5 feet in front of the ship, and you try to stop and move the ship because you're sure it's a mountain or something. And the ship drifts for a second. I would like another intelligence check from you, please. With advantage. You don't get guidance here. Okay. You
Going the
drift,
same
and the
thing.
back of the ship hits this rocky outcropping and starts to spin. Celine, what's your passive perception?
22.
22. You look up, and as you do, you swear you see, as you hit, this rocky outcropping moves an inch. And then you see it starts to stare at you. As you see this large earth elemental seems to simply, with one single eye that glows, seems to stare at you in the middle of this sandstorm as the ship goes flying away from it. I'm going to roll for the ship. Yep. It starts to go butt over top over. It starts to spin heavily. I need strength saves from the both of you as you lose your spell, Gesh. Go ahead and mark off the spell slot.
Yeah, head over ass.
Yep, the ship goes head over ass as it hits the ground, stops levitating for a second. The anchor goes flying off of it.
God.
Both rolled off.
Okay. Gesh and you both rolled shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now's the time of shit rolls.
The entire ship hits the ground, hits another rock that's sticking out of it, breaks in half as you see the ship just go scattering into pieces into the sandstorm. As you both land on the ground, very injured, suffering 12 points of bludgeoning damage. As you both are laid flat in the sand, as the sand is starting to buffet you, and you can hear tectonic beginning to approach you. At this point, we shift to the other group. Everyone else. Patrick, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself for a bit, because you have Dr. Phil in the
Only
background.
because we paid the D100.
Yep. The rest of you. Night passes as you all sleep or trance and eventually come to again. Is there anything you characters would like to do? We'll start with Thielen. Thielen, is there anything your character would like to do for the next 24 hours in the game?
I think Thielen will go over the notes and evidence he's gathered for the quests he took prior to this one and try to come up with any possible connections with the little details he managed to gather from the manner that shop Barbados.
Do you have push to speak on, by the way?
No, why?
It sounds like you're going at Barnabas. Says.
Oh, hold on. Okay, usually when I leave and rejoin, it fixes it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. So, as we begin to go over the notes, there seems to be nothing you can really discern from what you have written down about Barnabas and the missing individual that you're looking for. There seems to be nothing. Anything else you would like to do for the 24 hours?
I guess I'll go up.
Say make me an insight check.
Insight? Okay,
Yeah.
Let me check my insight. Yep. Okay. Do me good, dice. 18.
18. Nothing you could really discern.
All right, then I'm going to just sit and be quiet, I guess.
For 24 hours?
Eat. No. I'll have more cards and ask if anyone wants to play more to levy boredom.
Okay. You just levy
Of
boredom.
course.
Alright.
Yeah.
Ruby, your character for
Yep.
the next 24 hours, what are they doing?
They're gonna be playing cards with him.
Okay, so you're just gonna do nothing but fuck nothing for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the great roleplay, guys. Anyways, V, what is your character doing for 24 hours?
What exactly is there to do? I mean, I could try my hand at cooking.
Yeah, you can.
You know what? I'm gonna try my hand at cooking.
All right, make me just a general survival check.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency in cooking tools, so. Oh, I'm proficient in survival though.
Well, you don't. Yeah, you don't have cooking tool proficiency though, so you can still add your proficiency to survival. But if you had cooking tool proficiency,
Well, it doesn't matter. I still.
All right, you guys haven't had good. Like you guys would prefer from the last 2 days of cooking to eat your rations, I would say, but maybe have a little bit of the cooking that's available here. So everyone can mark off a day's worth of rations.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else during the day, V?
I'll join in on that game of cards.
I fucking hate you.
What is there to do, my guy?
I don't know.
Give me some ideas here. I have not been given
Remember,
much to
you're
do.
fucking-
Most of my shit I don't have. Because I sent it ahead of me.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Zeus,
Yes.
anything you want to do? Any scenes you want to describe about your character? Anything you want to say about your character? Any monologues in their brain? Any role play you want to do with any of the other people? Anything you want to do in 24 hours?
If I had known that, I would have,
I
taken the
said
opportunity
that!
to describe my character.
Zeus, anything you want to do in 24 hours? This is downtime for you guys.
Okay. I would like.
Remember, you are on a sled that is moving, and it does take occasional stops. Like maybe once per day it stops, but not for long. For like 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
That way we can take.
It's meant for only taking a big piss
Yeah.
after a
So
long ride.
I'll go back over you guys again with that new information.
Okay.
With the big piss information.
We did describe our
So
how we piss.
I would like to, over the course of the 24 hours, just do like a small, not a small. I want to do like a full just upkeep on like my armor, my weapons. But during that, I would like to keep an eye. I want to get like a read on everyone in this sled, because I really so far all I know is one of them is really passionate about cooking, and that's so far it.
What are you trying to read off of them?
I've mentioned history like 5 times.
What are you trying to read off of these people?
I want to read intention. Like I want to see if they have like bad intentions.
Roll me
Evil.
Roll me an insight check. And
Gotcha.
I would say nobody's really trying to hide their intentions to be precise.
No, I'm
in fact,
not.
Anything you ask Eldrathan, he'll probably answer.
Yeah, same with Theo.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Same with
Okay.
Fellas.
Now watch this mastery. Boom. Nat 20. Damn, actually good mastery.
You get a pretty good read on everybody. Everybody seems to have been telling a sort of truth when they were mentioning why they took this job. Horace seems to be an enigma to you. He seems to be just watching him talk, watching him walk. He seems to have less of a. He seems to take care of himself, but he doesn't seem to have a. It doesn't seem he's doing this on his own volition. He seems to be doing it for something else or for someone else. as you look towards Coriander, his saying of doing this for an old friend seems to be not the entire truth, but you can't really glean much more from him specifically. He seems to have a demeanor of... He seems to have a more peaceful aura and demeanor around him. He doesn't seem to cause problems, but he doesn't seem to start many... He doesn't seem to speak to many people. He doesn't start conversations at the moment. He doesn't seem really interested too much in you guys at the moment. I will say, every so often you do stare at him, and he is trying to glean information off of you similarly, as well as the rest of the group.
Gotcha.
I will say, looking at him, though, Zeus, you can tell that he is, just looking at his book, he seems to be some sort of wizard. Who knows? Because it does also have, it seems to also have religious texts in it.
Concerning. Okay. I guess I'm not joining the card game for 24 hours. I've seen how other people get mad. Okay.
You watch as the others start to get into it, and you just, like, in the back of your mind, you hear this. You swear the sand itself. You hear, "You pieces of shit." You swear the sandstorm gets madder and worse every time someone joins into the card game.
Join us.
Zeus, you should join it just for the fuck of it.
A little bit. A small piece of me wants to, but at the same time, I know. So,
Zeus,
I would like...
Don't let my anger stop you from joining the card game if you want to.
Oh, God. Okay.
Death be upon us.
My character doesn't like cards, though. So, I would like to, with the rest of my time, unless... So, if I see anything strange or out of place, I will go investigate.
Okay.
But for most of the time, I'm going to keep an eye on the party and do it using a horn polish and keep my horns and my armor looking nice.
That's fine. So go ahead and make me just a general perception check.
Okay. I love
You look outside the side of the car as a bit of a sandstorm begins to blow heavily.
Dirty 20.
All right, so I'll say you figure this out during the time you stop, and we'll go over that. Thielen, now with that information, is there anything else you would like to do during the 24 hours?
Alright, my stuff is on my sand glider, right? That's behind us?
The sand glider would not be behind you. I think I sent it ahead of you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you sent it ahead of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, all my stuff, I can't do an inventory with it being ahead of me. But, alright, then I am... Do you mind coming back to me while I come up with an idea?
Sure.
I don't want to take
Who's
up
next?
time.
Let's see. It would be Ruby. Anything else now that you have all that information?
Yes, he would double check the items he has on himself before looking around and trying to guess how proficient in battle his allies are.
Okay. As you just begin to, as the area stops and you start to watch your individuals walk around, like, stretching their legs and whatnot, a few of them start to go swing their weapons and practice for a second.
I'll be right back.
As Damuk.
Twitch device.
Damuk, you're a paladin, right? Or... Zeus?
Zeus!
I think Zeus is a paladin ranger.
Oh, he's doing something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so you do notice that a few of your party are martial-based characters. They seem to wield weapons. They're strong or dexterous. They seem to know how to move in combat. Well, I will say, as you do watch Coriander, as he says his name is, walking around, he does seem to cast spells. I'll say, roll me an intelligence check, Ruby.
Yep, I am trying to see how well equipped they are at the current moment as well.
It's fine.
Alright.
Damook seems to have this strange plate mail that's almost grafted onto his body in a way. Right, Damook? Or no?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
It is very flexible, almost, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It has been designed to look terrifying, but also comfortable.
Let me guess, you're not eating with us?
Eldrathan doesn't seem to be very well armored, but he has a battle axe upon him, and he seems to know how to wield it. What did you roll?
I have a great sword as well.
Yes.
Finally got something that wasn't nat 1 or nat 20. Total of 18.
Horus seems to only wield his greatsword. He doesn't seem to wield armor or not many other weapons that you can see on him. But he does seem proficient in his weapon, it seems, as he seems to practice it a bit in the sands. And as he does, you can see the heat waves coming off his weapon, almost like a volcanic bit of magma. You watch as Thielen, practicing his sword and shield, seems to be definitely a holy warrior of sorts. As you can see the sheen of this golden aura that seems to fly on his sword as he seems to make practice swings at a stone wall that you guys, a small bit of stone. As you're looking at these party members, you also do notice Coriander. He doesn't seem to be casting only arcane magic. There seems to be a different type of magic he uses. You're not sure if it's divine or natural, but he does seem to cast more than one type of magic. And he doesn't seem to be wearing much armor, per se, besides that mirrored helm of his, but he doesn't seem to carry many weapons either. As you're watching these people train or do whatever they do whenever they stop, is there anything else you would like to do during the 24 hours?
After all of that, I would meditate for a time.
Okay. You begin to meditate for 30 minutes, and then meditate when you get back in the carriage, I'll say. V, what is your character doing now that you know about that?
Dropping the Emerald Dragonborn, standing at about 7'8", wearing half plate. Oh,
he wears half plate? I didn't think he wore armor.
yeah. I can wear medium armor.
Yeah, but you
or
just don't
light
get
armor.
your unarmored defense for it.
Correct, but this is better than my armored defense as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
He is. Well, he would likely be writing down a few notes on what he sees around.
So,
Clearly keeping a journal on his travels, and as well as writing down yesterday's events.
alright. Eldrathon,
After all, that was quite an eventful day.
as the group stops, what is your passive perception?
14.
Eldrathon, I said.
Yep, 14.
14? Okay. Damook, I'm gonna send you something in private channel, please. There you go.
I love private channel stuff.
Look in your private channel. Do you slink off?
Yes.
Anybody have a 14 or higher passive perception?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. Damook, roll me a stealth check.
Oh no.
Unless you're just
okay.
blazingly doing it.
I'm not, but that's still a problem.
Okay. And you're gonna have disadvantage because of your plate mail.
Yep.
Mind
I
you,
planned
the
for
only
this.
reason your character's not like drastically overheating in this plate mail is because they're a red dragonborn.
Right.
No, and it is winter. Never mind.
Not a spicy dragonborn, apparently. All right, that's the first roll.
Okay.
That is the second one.
All right. So everybody else has a 14 or higher. I'm guessing then, if that's with this group.
I have a
Yeah.
12.
Yep.
Everyone besides Ruby's character notices that Damook is starting to slink off into the desert in a certain direction. You're not sure why, as the sandstorm has calmed down a bit.
I would like to follow him quietly.
Does anybody else want to use
Hey.
specifically Thielen?
Thalen got lost in the desert once, and he does not want that to happen to Damook, so he'll follow him. But before that,
Out of character, before you guys leave, you are leaving the Sand Strider because you've taken a piss break, basically. It is 30 minutes until the Sand Strider goes again.
prior to the piss break, can Thalen, because you asked me earlier, and I asked to be asked later about this, because I wanted to think of something, and I have something. Can Thalen go up to the drivers and ask if they heard any news about the strange noises in the Wailing Valley?
So as you go up to the single driver, the masked individual has these desert garbs that block every piece of his body, only leaving a dark, empty void where his face should be, and the two red, glowing eyeballs that seem to just be glows. It just looks at you.
Excuse me, sir. Beyond the current task of defending the researchers, I have spoken to Avar, and have been tasked with investigating the strange noises at the Wailing Valley. Do you happen to know anything about it?
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yep.
Okay. My aura of protection, when I or a friendly creature within 10 feet of me makes a saving throw, I get a +4.
Yeah, you can do
Or
that.
they get a +4.
Go ahead, it's intelligence
Okay.
saving.
18.
You feel this energy pushing into your mind, and you manage to stave it off. There seems to be... It just seems to stare at you, this individual.
Can I purposely fail?
You can. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. You suddenly feel this energy pulse into you, and you feel this heavy static push into your mind. Make me a wisdom save. As you're trying to make sense of this heavy static.
Dirty 20.
All right. As everything goes black for a second, you just sit there, and you start to see this large gorge-like area that's miles long, and you hear the sound of wind pushing through it, and what sounds like screams and cries. What seems to be something that you would not want to hear. You hear, help, help, help. Sounds of echoes pouring through it. You see the sand seems to push through it a bit more as the wind does as well. And then your vision is pulled deeper in, and then it suddenly starts to get staticky and staticky, and you come back to, after suffering 6 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And the driver is gone.
Okay.
There's
Wait.
only his robes left.
Cool. I have land vehicle proficiency.
Well, you don't know anything about this, Ruby.
Driver
Yeah.
shows vision.
Just give me a second, I gotta go talk to someone now.
Screaming.
You spooked the conductor.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I did not do
You
this.
absolutely did.
You scared
No, I
me.
You actually
no, I did not. No, it was Horace's terrible cooking. That's what it was. That's what it was. And you, Dumook,
The Olin
going off
doesn't
into the
have
desert.
the Olin doesn't have Chiron's ability to befriend.
No. This is his second form. You just wait.
It's not
You
gonna
just
work, man.
Unlike with Chiron, I have a
Sorry about that,
+7 in charisma.
I had to talk to my cousin.
How do you have a +7?
You shouldn't.
Don't worry about it.
You shouldn't.
That shouldn't be possible.
No, I meant saving throw. I'm a
Anyways,
+4.
guys, let's take a 5-minute break here because we've been going for like 2 hours. Well, about 2 hours now, and I need to go get some dinner from downstairs. So we're gonna end this part of the session. We'll come back with part 2. This esoteric bullshit just happened, so we'll be back.